Over the years, I've described this kind of dynamic in what I came to call the pound of flesh. Because contrary to what Shakespeare wrote, it's the opposite. It's not the Jews who demand a Gentile pound of flesh. It's the opposite. Sometimes metaphorically, too often physically. And the way I describe the metaphorical pound of flesh is that the Jews were demanded to mutilate a certain element of their identity in order to become acceptable. And the thing about the pound of flesh dynamic is that it's relentless. It works like bullying. So let's say you hand over a pound of flesh, and your pound of flesh is to say that Netanyahu is terrible. Fine, that's easy. Netanyahu is terrible. Give it over. Now, bullies, when you hand them your lunch money, they don't say thank you and never come back, right? They come back the next day and they want more. So this dynamic of bullying is relentless. Once you agree that Netanyahu is terrible, then they come back the next day and then the next day. And then you have to move to say that Israel was born in sin and that you hate Israel. And it becomes what I began to call exorcism ceremonies. We actually see them on TikTok. They are like the full exorcism display of Jews saying, out, Israel, out. I have nothing to do with you. And in a way saying, I'm the good kind of Jew. Spare me. Yeah. I'm not like those others. And the thing about the dynamic of the pound of flesh, because it's relentless, is that it never stops until there are no more pounds of flesh to hand over, until Jews are no longer recognizable as Jews or they no longer exist. So what I've discovered over the years is that a lot of people who were subjected to that dynamic, and I was subjected to that dynamic too. I was like, hey, I'm a good kind of Israeli. I support two states, and I'm against the settlements, and the settlers are terrible, and I want to divide Jerusalem. I think that's just a good idea regardless. And, I want to do all these things. I'm the good kind of Israeli. Please like me, only to discover that, no, they want everything. They will never relent. So that's the moment, I call it the T intersection, where you can either hand over another pound of flesh, or you're basically saying, I'm done. I'm not playing this game anymore.